We're starting on the stairs with hot rollers in my hair. We're off to a good start. So we ended up here because I spent this morning trying to figure out what I wanted to do for this weekend's vlog. In case you didn't already know, I post a new video every Saturday morning. It's usually Saturdays, 95% of the time. And nothing was coming to me, anything I thought of, I just didn't really feel like filming, and I hate to force anything. So I thought I'd just pick up the camera. It's always easier to pick up the vlogging camera than to sit in front of the big camera and just see what comes of it. We don't really have anything planned, but we're gonna take you along for whatever happens. I think I'll probably continue vlogging tomorrow because I'm anticipating not much happening today. But I'm getting my hair done for the first time, full head of highlights in about a year. That's happening tomorrow, so I'm very excited. I'm feeling like a brunette right now. I feel like a lot of blondes say that. It doesn't matter how blonde your hair gets, you always feel like it looks brown. So for me, my hair, this is like everything you're seeing here is natural. All the highlighted stuff is in the hot rollers right now. But in November, I had a very light partial done. And then the last time I had my hair highlighted was last June. So it's been about a year since I've done much with my hair. So I'm hoping I'll have a whole new head of locks that I love for tomorrow. So I'll show you guys that and kind of try to talk you through what I ask for and how we end up with that result, and maybe some of the products that I use to take care of it afterwards. I've just made myself some lunch. I can show you what that looks like because I haven't actually eaten it yet. It's just sitting down here on the table waiting for me to finish putting the camera down. Still going on this snack plate style of food, usually, most days. So I've got an Activia, actually might be expired. Definitely expired. See how that looks when I open it up. A bun, some smoked salmon, and some cheese. I'll probably grab some sort of fruit and veggie to have with that as well, because even though it looks like there's lots of color here, there is nothing high in fiber, so probably have something in addition to this. So I'm gonna eat this up. We're waiting for Ken to get out of the shower, and then we're gonna head over to a house that we're kind of house sitting, plant sitting. They're abroad right now, so we have to go over to water the plants because we've had some great weather here. Very, very hot. So the plants need a drink of water. So we're gonna head over there and do some planting, which we don't really mind at all. One day I would love to have a garden, some green space. I want to plant herbs, actually. That's like when I want to plant the most. But it would be nice to be able to grow your own lettuce and cucumber and salad. One day. I really had every intention in the world to have vegetables after that lunch. But instead I had homemade lemon loaf. It's divine. I've been able to keep away from it until now. But I was so hungry I couldn't resist. It was good though. Probably gonna need a nap though. It's a lot of carb. Alright, that's the hair done. I just left them in long enough just to kind of smooth the hair out and get a little bit of a wave in. So I think it's actually fairly dry out. There's not much moisture in the air, which is key for holding curls, especially in fine hair like mine. So we'll see how this works out. As long as Ken doesn't spray me with the hose while we're watering the plants, it might last me the day. He might actually do that. He does things like that. Before we leave, I thought I'd quickly show you what I'm wearing for today. It's nothing super exciting, but it does the trick. It's kind of like, I like the blue on blue. I was wearing a Canadian tuxedo when we went out to a couple of breweries over the weekend, and I think this is like a slightly more girly version of that outfit, but I like both. This is actually a really old sweater that I thrifted years and years and years ago. I've had this probably 5 years, but I still love it. It's actually really long though. It comes down probably to about here, which is my least favorite spot for clothing to hit me at, because that's where I'm widest. So normally I do a little tie at the front here or tuck it in to shorten it, but instead I've just done a little tuck at the back and then under itself there. Works out just fine. If I tuck it all in the front, then you get a lot of bulk from the side and it's gonna look like that I'm pregnant or something. So I just do a little tuck in the back, and then my skirt's from H&M not long ago. It's probably still in stock. Comes in a few different colors. Nice and high-waisted, nice and long, not too short. And for shoes, I'm probably gonna go with my little Old Navy rainbow shoes. If I can get them all the way on. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. We've been trusted with these plants, but we've never really had plants before. I know, it's huge. So hopefully we don't kill anything. Or overwater. We've never really had to take care of anything other than ourselves.
Yeah, I did. I had to do this stuff when I was a kid. This is my chore.
You're more experienced than I am.
Yeah.
Ah! He did. I knew he would. He did it. Only the feet though so far. Boop, boop, boop. I'm fairly useless here. I'm just telling him when he's missed a spot. He's probably gonna wish he didn't bring me. Muscles. Gotta wheel her back in. Beer and gardening. It's nice.
I'm just trying to focus.
Still says recording?
Yeah.
Okay. We're about done. Off we go. Hi! Hi!
That was really quick.
He doesn't want to be on camera either.
No. Understand, buddy.
Okay, we're back home. I just want to take a little poll. Please comment down below and let me know if you also have a husband that is not very careful with things. We got a very, very important document back in the mail today. Very important. And I can see him just ripping the envelope to shreds, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh my god, I better do this for him. I know what's inside and it's gonna rip. But I thought, no, I'm just gonna let him do it. Sure enough, big ol' rip in the very important document that we did not need ripped. There's gotta be a lot of husbands out there. I'm a very dainty, careful person. I would have taken my time to open that up. Ripped it right open. So, gotta love them, but now I'm on the hunt for clear tape. In other news, I kind of destroyed my hair. I got it a little bit wet. And, oh, hi there. Hi. Hi. And it is way hotter than I thought it was, so I was kind of sweating just watering the flowers, and my hair deflated a bit, but I'm getting it done tomorrow. The only reason I really washed it and did anything with it today is just because it was so greasy. I'd feel terrible if I showed up to the hair salon with hair like that. So I gave it a wash today, did a little something with it, and just needs to last me till tomorrow afternoon. These guys are on their last legs here, but I'm gonna use what I can. Not much. A few little sprigs will do the trick though. Okay, it's a beautiful day today. So we're gonna barbecue. We're doing a pork tenderloin, and I'm gonna be in charge of potatoes. I'm gonna do my favorite, they're kind of Greek inspired potatoes. You know, they're really good, lemony, delicious Greek potatoes. They're kind of my take on that, but they're actually kind of healthy, but super flavorful and really easy. I like to do them early in the day so they have time to marinate, the longer they kind of marinate and sit in their own juices, the more they taste like the Greek potatoes. So I always use these guys, these golden nugget potatoes. They're really soft, delicious. I like the texture of these the most versus like a rustic style potato with a rough skin. Try to choose ones that are all about the same size so they cook at the same rate, and then slice them up into about quarter-sized pieces. I've already washed these, so they're ready to go. And then we'll have a splash of lemon juice, salt and pepper. I always put a good dollop of grainy mustard, olive oil, a lot of garlic, a ton of garlic, like way more than you think you need. And then I've just pulled some herbs, whatever was still alive from our little herb garden on the patio there. This is rosemary, because it's not super lively. It doesn't have, well, it still smells pretty good, but it doesn't have as much flavor as it would. It's kind of just for the look. It looks good. So I'm just gonna chop everything up. I do it all by eye and by smell, and I just put as much of everything in there as I want. So let's go. Let's get you plugged in first, because you're about to die on me here. Don't die before the potatoes are done. It's probably the best part of this vlog. And that's that. Very simple, few ingredients. And earlier in the afternoon you can do them the better. And then I just throw them on a baking sheet and let them bake for probably 20 to 25 minutes until they're cooked through. And they are so good. We've had a lot of people taste them so far and they all love them. So, they already smell really good. Morning, everyone. We have had an eventful morning so far. Woke up first thing in the morning to strange men outside our bedroom window here. I totally forgot that we were having the moss removed from the roof and treated today, and totally forgot. And I woke up and I was like, oh God, there are two strange men right outside my bedroom window. And for a split second there, I was like, what's showing? Thankfully nothing, but you never know. It's a close call. So thankfully I did not give them a show. And my sister's boyfriend was on the news this morning, so that was kind of exciting. Of course, Mom's going, ooh, his hair looks so good. My daughter did that hair. Caitlin cuts his hair, so she's still working on her technique with that. It's not perfect apparently, but it looked pretty good on TV, and Mom was sure to announce that to the room, that the hair looked good, and that was her daughter that had done that. So, yeah. And today is hair day. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. I feel like I'm always cutting the top of my head off lately. Not really on purpose, but maybe subconsciously, just because everything is quite dark up here. I'm feeling not myself lately, so I'm very excited to get it done. This is what it looks like the day after I put hot rollers in it. It's smooth, has a little bit of a flip at the end. Generally, if I hadn't been watering plants and got myself a little wet and sweaty, it probably would have a little bit more, like an extra wave through it, but I'm fine with this. I just left with it in a loose knot on the top of my head, pulled it down. This is what I have. I haven't got any dry shampoo or anything in yet because I never know if that affects how the dye takes, so I try not to have dry shampoo in my hair when I go. But so it looks extra dark, greasy, not its best at the top there, but the bottom's still fine. So anyways, that's happening soon. I'm gonna have myself some lunch, salad today, no lemon loaf. And I guess I'll show you what I'm wearing today. It's one of my favorite thrift finds. So I think I shared it in my last thrift haul. Still a fave, so I'll show it to you. So I'm going full on retro today. The top is actually from ASOS quite a while ago. I think I bought this when we were still living in Singapore. It's a bit small, a little snug for my liking, but it still works. I love the bright colors on it. Simple crew neck, my little Misoma necklace that I wear pretty much every day. Didn't bother with my watch today. But the pants are the star of the show. You don't see these every day. These remind me of something my grandma used to wear. Her slacks, she would say. But they're super high-waisted, pockets, brown rust kind of color, pleats. So, I mean, I kind of got to be careful about this area because it definitely can not work out in my favor if I put the wrong kind of thing on the top and tuck it in. But because this shirt's nice and thin, it tucks in perfectly. And they have like a nice straight leg. I'm just going to slip on a little brown simple shoe with them, and that's the outfit. But pockets, brown, high-waisted, comfortable, easy breezy. How could I say no? I didn't say no. I brought them home with me. So this is the final before. Dark roots, a little bit of color still left in there somewhere. And I'm also going to chop off whatever's dead. I'm not picky about how much she cuts off. I just tell her cut off what's dead, as long as it's not like, you know, almost on its way to a bob. So it'll probably be a fair bit shorter as well. And blonde at the roots. Okay, the big reveal. Super blonde. I always feel like I'm wearing a wig the first day. It looks different in this light too. It looks a little less intense. But because I don't style it myself and it's super freshly dyed, it always feels like a wig to me the first day. But after I washed it myself and styled it, it starts to feel like my own hair again. But holy, I forgot what it's like to have a fresh head of highlights. It's been husband approved, he likes it. And I feel like my hair feels way thicker now that it's got some color in it. And it's a little bit shorter, all the dead stuff's off. Ken actually didn't notice the length cut, but it feels really short to me, but good, in a good way. Now I'm not gonna be able to stop touching it because I just want it to like sit the way I normally have it. Oh yeah, and I was going to talk a little bit about what I actually ask for when I go to my stylist. We always do it super, super blended, more of a pale blonde than a yellow blonde, and then I kind of tone it to my liking. I think she actually toned it today, so I probably won't tone it myself for a good couple washes. And I tell her I want it natural, really, really well blended, so it just looks like it's my own hair, and you can't really see any big stripes anywhere or anything. It all just kind of flows. And in terms of washing it, I'll show you what I use. I'm gonna wash it off right now because it's a mess. Pouring it straight out of the shower. So this is the one I'm using right now. It's the Provoke Touch of Silver for blonde, platinum, or white hair. It's a brightening shampoo. It's just a purple shampoo. I'm not really particular about the ones I use, as long as it's really dark and pigmented, then it should do its job. So I use this probably every 2 or 3 washes, and then when I do use it, I leave it in for a couple minutes, do something to shave my legs, then rinse it out. If you have really brassy hair and you want to get it more like this, a little bit more pale blonde, you could actually rinse it out and then reapply a second coat of purple, leave it in for a few minutes. But you just want to be careful doing that, because if you leave it in too long, your hair will kind of take a purple tint to it. I've actually done that before when we were still living in London. I left it in a few minutes too long and I came out of the shower with purple hair. I just had to re-wash it again, but it was still kind of annoying. But other than that, the only other care of my blonde hair that I do is just not washing it that much. All the minerals and stuff that are in the water, especially when we were traveling around all over the world, makes your hair more brassy. So I would try to avoid washing it too much, once or twice a week max, most of the time. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful. Ooh, feels like a wig still. I don't think there's anything groundbreaking in there. My hairstylist does tell me that my hair takes dye quite well, it holds a curl quite well, and I don't think that's anything necessarily that I really do. I think that's just how my hair is. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Anyways, that's that. Fresh blonde locks. Ken's just popped out to the grocery store. We need to get a few things. He wants his Raisin Bran cereal and fresh milk and whatnot. And we've organized a spontaneous bowling night. So we're gonna go over there and bowl a couple games and probably have some beer. Not probably, definitely have a few pints of beer. And then go over to our local pub for chicken wings again. That's what we like to do. We like to do bowling and wings. It's a fun combination. So I'll probably have a snack, because I did have my salad earlier, which it's not my favorite meal. So I'll probably have a snack and we'll head to bowling. Well, bummer. No bowling tonight. There's a national game going on apparently, so come straight to wings. We're gonna watch the Raptors game. I know nothing about basketball, but we'll give her a go. Showing his Canadian support in his Canadian tuxedo tonight. We only get to see the back of his head today. Back at home, stuffed to here with chicken wings and beer. I think we're probably gonna choose a movie and chase the puppy around the house, burn off our beer. Oh yes, we are. Oh, he's so cute. We don't want that end, we want this end. The cute film. The cute side. So thank you so much for watching if you made it to the end of this. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.